Dear Joey, Tammy sent me a message through Donna that you were in hospice care. I knew of your cancer and how it changed you. And I tried to call both you and Steve, but the numbers I had were disconnected. When last we spoke, I was unaware Sue was as bad off as she was. If you recall, she said she would send me some pictures of y'all and her family. Sadly, she passed a few days after she said, I'm sorry, Joey. Sadly, she passed a few days after she and I spoke. I think this was right about the time Steve's girlfriend died as well. So, Tammy sent me the message, but no phone number. She refuses to talk to me anymore. I'm not totally sure what the deal is there, but I think I might know. I can't even get anyone to ask her, and if they know, they'd rather not tell me. Anyway, as soon as Donna told me, I got in touch with Noelle Nickel. While she has been a part of my legal team for many years, this is probably outside of the scope of her job description that is. She still took the time to track down her stepdaughter's number for me. I first called Paul to see if he had heard. Actually, I called his ex-girlfriend and she and I became friends. No one had told Paul, but I got Steve's number from her. With the way our phone system works, it's not always easy to tell, but I think Steve might have hung up on me. Could have been Sabrina, could have been our phone system, I'm just not sure. I called Tracy a couple of nights ago. You were asleep. She brought me up to date on how things were with you. I gathered it wasn't good. We agreed I'd call back in the morning. You asshole that you aren't taking any calls. I knew you couldn't talk, so I prepared to say what I needed to say. I spent the night before writing down what I would say to you. That was hard, brother mine. I cried like a baby, and my hand was shaking so bad that I had to rewrite it. So I'd be able to read it. And I'm sorry I'm not reading this correctly. I got it all wrote down, and I apologize, Joey. I just hope you understand what I mean and get the meaning out of it. Over the last couple of years, I've recorded some segments for a podcast hosted by Valerie called Tony Lee. It's called Prison Pod. Her podcast is on the app on our Android tablet. So I thought I'd see if Miss Val, as I call Valerie, will post this letter for me. I want no editing. Just want this to be made available to you. Miss Val was totally on board. I gave Tracy the info for where to find Prison Pod, as I thought she might like to listen to it, and maybe she could play it for you as well. Not everything I recorded for the podcast was rainbows and glitter. Some of it is as raw as life. It could have been even rawer, but I wasn't trying to air my grievances, just sharing stories and poetry I've written. And this isn't as pretty as maybe you'd expect either. I just want to be honest and say the things I want you to hear. The first time I can recall seeing you was at Grandpa James's house. It was just you, not sure where Steve was at. Aunt Hazel took you for a nature walk to the bottoms. Daddy let you take the double-barrel shotgun out to bird hunt. Me and Paul went with you. I was supposed to have gotten that shotgun when I was older. I say that in quotes. But it didn't happen. I think he gave it to you, but I ain't sure. Hazel was the first one to tell me that you were my brother. Daddy didn't tell me. I wouldn't have known otherwise. She died a few years ago. I've spoken to her just a few weeks before she passed away. Right now I'm listening to some metal music in your memory. The summer you stayed with us, you turned me on to Ozzy and Sabbath, and Who Made Who by AC/DC. To this day, Who Made Who and Sing the Pink remain my favorite AC/DC songs from listening to your tapes. But I gotta say, bro, that Ronnie James Dio was the best frontman Sabbath ever had. Ozzy is awesome, but Dio was made for that shit. He was a small dude, but his voice was powerful. The Holy Diver album is metal at its finest. And if you listen to the podcast segments, you hear about Quiet Riot in the Hillsdale Church. Quite a good story. I've said a few things against you, Joey, for a lot of years. The main one is that you have never reached out to me in all these 34 years I've been here. And that still hurts. I wouldn't have been that way to you if our places were changed. or so I think. I felt like you let me down. You weren't the only one, and it still hurts. Remember when you wanted to drive my car? That big-ass Lincoln Continental I bought from Mark? I knew you'd do something stupid and crazy, and you did. I had Mark's tag on the car. He came to take the tag off because Becky, not your mom Becky, of course, but Mark's wife Becky, saw you to a donut in the store parking lot. It was all I could do to keep him from taking the tag. It was funny, kind of, but not really, especially not at the time. And the last time we were together, me, you, Tammy, Angie, and her brother, in Lake Lure. Ricky Monteith gave me and Angie's brother a ride to Roby's Boathouse, where we were staying the weekend. You squirted that whole fucking bottle of whatever it was, lotion, suntan oil, I don't know what it was. I can't really remember. But you did it. You squirted it all over me, and you did it to impress those girls, but at my expense. And that wasn't cool. When you were at Tammy's, I think it was you, Marty, Tammy, Angie, and Tammy's roommate, Donna. Not Susie's daughter, Donna, but my cousin, Donna. You took Marty's side against me to impress the girls, again. But in the end, you're still my brother, and I still love you. Steve always says you were a dickhead, and he was right. But you're our dickhead, brother, and it's okay. Since we last spoke, I've been through some shit with a girl in Germany. It was and still is pretty bad. Seems like not everyone keeps their promises. That includes me as well. No one is perfect. No one on this earth. Uncle Bill and Rory are still kicking, and Aunt Ruby. The rest are all gone. I don't know why I'm still alive. I thought I had cancer a couple years ago. Turns out I have ulcerative colitis. It's in remission for now. If it comes awake, I'll most likely lose my intestines, and I'd rather die. But it still maybe try the surgery. I hoped Daddy would tell me he was sorry before he died, but I never heard those words. In very tangible ways, he's a big part of my life, turning out like it did. And you know it's true. The things he did scarred me in so many ways. He didn't make me ashamed to do what happened that long ago October night. But had he been a real daddy to me, I wouldn't be here now. Your mama was smart and lefty, and that caused financial problems that made us poor as well, but it wasn't your fault. I got baptized this past Thursday. I've been a practicing Christian for years, but never baptized. I fall short in many ways. Sorry I got cut off there, Joe. This is infernal machinery. I'm not used to technology, and I'm not very good at this. So I'll start over just a little bit and read some more. So I was saying, I got baptized this past Thursday. I've been a practicing Christian for years, but never baptized. I fall short in many ways, but I still have my faith. I'll take it to the grave, whether in here or out there. I still had good chances to get off the road. I passed up a chance to get a life without parole, also called an LWOP. If I've got to die in prison, I'll do it here, not in some prison hospital. I have faith that my attorney, Kate, will do what she can. I've been through 39 executions while here. When executions resume, and they will, I don't expect to be one of them. I kind of feel like that's what made Melina, my little magpie, kick me out of her life. She didn't have faith in me getting out. Joey, I love you and feel like I'm losing you all over again. I knew Sue was aware of me, but Tracy had no idea who I was. Don't be embarrassed about me. What happened those decades ago wasn't my idea, and I didn't want to be involved. I just got caught up in Shane's fantasy. Did what was the best of the two bad options that I had. I was in too deep, and all on account of loyalty. Loyalty to people that left me out to dry. Susie's gone, Dan got out, Shane will be out the next year or the year after. Right now he's at Spindale. I think he's on work release. I'll find out soon what my future will be. I've been praying for you, bro. Please do the same for me. I'll stay in touch with Tracy. Might even do another podcast there to you if you don't want to take my calls anymore, dickhead that you are. I love you, Joey. Always have and always will. No matter how you feel toward me, you're still my brother. And yes, I've been crying the whole time I've been writing this. Thanks to our dad, I have complex PTSD. When I feel strongly about something, I can't always keep my emotions in check. If you're listening to this, it's because Tracy is playing it for you. Tracy, thanks for helping out, and thanks for taking care of my big-haired brother. By the way, the name I go by here is JJ. Only y'all out there know me as Jimmy. Jimmy died a long time ago. I'll be in touch again, whether you like it or not. You're my brother, and I love you. P.S. That Aussie tattoo on your knuckles? I always thought that was kind of cool as hell. Also, there's a guy in here from Sugar Grove. His name is Jason Hurst. I take it Sugar Grove is just right outside of Franklin. You might even know some of these people. Joey, I'm sorry that I stuttered through this. I made some mistakes in my writing, but I love you, and I'll be in touch.